Hi there, hi there, hi there. Hello. Happy Stitchers. I gotta come up with a better terminology to call this group. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Alright, there I am. Trying to find myself here. And I'm here. Alright, I'm gonna get set up. Let's see, this can come over just a tad bit more. How does that look? Looking good, looking good. Let's see. Trying to get myself center. I'll know I'm centered by those. Okay. Looks good. I'm centered. All right. While I wait for people to get here. Ugh. I got my Hobby Lobby order in. Oh my goodness, let's see. Let me fix this. There we go. Sorry for the bounciness. Just trying to get this camera set. Okay. Every time Hobby Lobby has free shipping, guess what I order? Oh my goodness. I have to take all these out of the packages and put them, I have them on the shelf behind me. So I'm going to do this while I wait for people to come in. Oh, I have to make a tag. Let people know I'm here. Okie dokie. Let's see if that goes through. I don't think I'm getting my comments again. Maybe last time I was getting them. Doesn't look like I'm getting them today. Whee! Well, Henry has another box to play in. Here you go, Henry. That's a lot of canvas. I'll go through this in no time. Today, my box was picked and packed by somebody D. Leong. Can you make out what that name is? Whoever it was, they packed my order. Let's see if they got it right. Always gotten it right so far. Alright, there should be 13 and 5. 5 of the large sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me get these out. One. I definitely reuse these bags. I still have a bunch here from last time. I order more canvas than I... Alright, one. I definitely like Hobby Lobby's canvas. I like theirs the best. Walmart's second. Walmart is very similar to Hobby Lobby. And then there is a pack of 20 on Amazon that if I couldn't get from Hobby Lobby or Walmart, then I would go to Amazon. Now, Walmart is the cheapest, at least here in my area. And then it goes Hobby Lobby and then Amazon as far as price. But the difference between Hobby Lobby and Walmart is not that much. And believe it or not, Walmart will not ship canvas to me. They'll have it at the store and I can go there and pick it up. Or I can pay a delivery fee to have somebody deliver it to me, which I'm not doing. So, I get canvas at Walmart only if I'm going in Walmart for something else, which is not very often. So, when Hobby Lobby has their free shipping, I take full advantage of it, and I think it was last week. The special was spend $59 and get free shipping. Well, I can easily spend $59 on plastic canvas. That's all I buy, unfortunately. So if you're new here, please welcome. My name is Danita. I am the owner and designer at Cut My Canvas here on Facebook, and UndoKarma on Etsy, and UndoKarma on eBay. So please let me know, say hi in the comments below. Let me know where you're stitching from. Today we are going to pick a project for me to start out of my whip bin. This is new. My first time doing this on the lives, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to get my whip bin out, which is WIP, stands for work in progress. I have so many projects I need to get started on now. So why not do it during a live? So right now I'm just doing this canvas while I allow people to come in because I was scheduled to go live at noon, and I am a little early. Yeah, so okay, now how many of these? There should be 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They always get the order right. Save this for taxes. The tax write-off. Okie dokie, Smokey. Alright, I'm going to get these out of the packages and then find something else to do until 12 o'clock. A little bit about myself. I've been doing plastic canvas since my mother taught me. Probably, let's just say around... I was looking for this. I knew I had this one already cut. I just found it. Anyway, let's just say 10. So I've been doing it for well over 40 years. I also like to crochet. I used to do cross stitch. I have not done that in a long time. I like to paint, although I'm not very good at it. But my go-to is plastic canvas. I love it. And I like doing these lives to get people together who also love plastic canvas like I do and just hang out, have a little stitchery fun. And also, I sell on Etsy. I sell the pre-cut plastic canvas shapes. That's why I buy all this plastic canvas. I cut a lot of canvas. I also design. These are my latest designs. So I like to go live as frequently as I can to also allow anybody to come into my lives and ask me any questions. I do not believe in anybody feeling bad for asking me any questions. Even if you think it's a stupid question, I won't think it's a stupid question. So ask me anything. Like I said, I have an Etsy shop. I've been selling on Etsy for at least 10 years. I started selling on eBay in, I think, around 2005 or 6. Let's just say 20. So I have 20 years of selling online. I started selling books and whatever I can get my hands on, and then I got into graphic designing, and I did many years on eBay selling graphic designing. I did very well on that, and then technology came and apps were created and kind of put me out of business in the graphic design, because what I was doing was HTML, the basic stuff. So then I started back into just selling stuff I can get my hands on for a little bit, and then, oh, sorry, hold on, I am making a complete mess over here on my desk. Anyways, and then I started selling plastic canvas in the form of pre-cut shapes, and it just took off. I couldn't believe it. I had no idea there was such a demand for it. I guess I took it for granted that I was able to cut the canvas. I assumed everybody else could too, but I was very, very wrong on that. So I'm happy that I am able to help other people be able to continue this great craft by cutting the shapes for them. And my Etsy store keeps me very busy. I don't make enough to run a household off of, but I make enough to where I can work at home. My husband owns his own handyman business, so I have to help him a lot with that. We have chickens. We have a little homestead. I do a lot of gardening, so I'm able to do all that, be at home, to tend to the animals, the gardening, the bookwork for husband's job, the cooking. I prepare a lot of our food. Yada, 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 yada. I'm just chatting away while I do this until people start coming in, until somebody says hello to me in the comments. Eventually somebody will, and then I'll have somebody that I feel like I'm actually talking to. Because right now I feel like I'm talking to Jim and Sammy. I'm explaining to them how I came about doing the plastic canvas that brought them to life. Last one, then I can get all this off my desk. And look at all this canvas. Just think of all the shapes that's going to get cut, designs that's going to get made. I love designing new patterns. Graphics have always been my favorite. The more colorful and animated. Sorry, I just hit my head on the camera. The more colorful and animated, the more I like them. I like color and animation. Okay, so now I just got to put all this away. And then I can sit down and play. I have been up since 3:30 this morning, and I have been non-stop. I've done my little morning exercise routine. I've done gardening, laundry, cleaning, cutting. I got some orders in the mail. Okay. What time is it? It is 10 till noon. I'm actually going to cut some shapes right now. I gotta cut a bunch of these already. So I'm going to do that while I wait for somebody to come in and say hi to me. Yes, this helps a lot. I have to wear this or my other glove while cutting, otherwise I start to get hurting hands. I started to get arthritis in my thumb here from cutting. There was earlier this year, or it could have been near the end of last year, I've had so much canvas I had to cut, so many orders. I was cutting so much canvas that my thumb was starting to cramp up. It was starting to hurt. So I have had to cut back on how much I cut. I limit myself to so much a day. I only cut so much a day now. But I cut every day. Well, just about every day. So anyways, I'm going to cut some of these while we wait. What did I do with my pattern? I put my pattern up, didn't I? I think that. I'm proud of myself. I stayed dedicated to this project until they were 100% complete. This is why I have this massive whip bin that we're fixing to go through, because I start things and never finish them, and I've done it so many times. I get so busy and I get so distracted. Two. So I'm going to cut out a few of these, and then I will grab the whip bin and see what I'm going to get started on. And my goal is going to be working on the projects during the live, and during the lives only, because I have other projects I'm doing as well, like Frankenstein. Frankenstein I'll continue to do off camera and during my lives. I can give an update on him as soon as I'm done cutting out a few of these as well. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have some chickens out there. Uh-oh, did I do a boo-boo already? I did. I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. I love it when I'm wrong. Happens to me frequently when I'm talking and cutting at the same time. 6, 7. I really hope I get to see some of you lovelies completed skeleton couples when you get them finished. I'd love to see how you design yours. Patricia, hello. Finally somebody said hi to me. Hi, Patricia. How are you? It's so nice to see you. It really is. It's always nice to see you. How are you doing? How has your week been? Have you been able to do any stitching? There's a small one. I gotta do the hole in this one. 2, 3, 4. Well, hello. Hi, Myrna. I was just thinking about you the other day, just saying, I wonder how Myrna's doing. I found an old letter or message or something from you, Myrna, and I just made me think about you. How are you, Myrna? Hi, Christy. Wouldn't it be amazing if they had a machine that cut patterns? Kind of like how a Cricut worked. I've had people ask me if there's something, but for many people, yeah, that would be great. But for me, it would put me out of business. I would think, anyways. But I have had people say, "Oh, isn't there something that would cut the canvas?" I'm like, no, not really. Not to my knowledge, anyways. I don't know. I really don't mind the challenge. It keeps my brain going. Keeps my brain sharp. I just have to limit myself so I don't overcut. And is this your first time joining my live, Christy? No, I don't think it is. Hi, Candy. Welcome. Yes, Christy. I don't believe I've ever seen you in my lives before, so welcome. My name is Danita here at Cut My Canvas and UndoKarma on Etsy. Do you do plastic canvas as well? How long? And Candy, welcome, welcome. Nice of you to pop in and say hi. How are you doing? I'm going to be working on a work in progress today. I'm going to take out my whip box here in a few minutes. And we're going to go through everything. You guys are going to go through it with me. And we're going to decide what I'm going to start working on. And I'll continue working on those projects. The whip projects during lives. Because I have so many of them. I can't stand it anymore. Doing good. No stitching for Patricia. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sure you're not happy about it. Or you just decided to take a break from it? I got some drama going on out there in the hen house. I don't think you guys can hear the lovely girls today. It's way too hot to have the door open. We are coming into our rainy seasons. We have been getting downpours 3 nights in a row now. It's super humid out. It's sickly humid. So I have to do any gardening first thing in the morning. Oh, just taking a break. That's good, Patricia. I understand that. Christy says, this is my first time. I see them after you are finished. I am a stitcher. I have 3 groups that we do swaps. Been doing canvas for 25 years. Yes. Are you the one that I shared your post on my page this morning? I think it was. I deal with so many people, so forgive me if I get you mistaken with somebody else. I know the person had a K. Kathleen, welcome. There's one of my friendly stitchers. Kathleen, how are you? Get them to make, oh my goodness, aren't they? Didn't they just turn out the cutest? I was worried. I was struggling with Sammy there for a bit with her face. Trying to get all the little details, you know, in such a small... Let's put this up. I can work on these later. I was just doing this to kill time. Giving everybody time to come in here. Yes, it's... her eyes... I don't like how I did the black. So on the pattern, you're not going to have all these black stitches that I did on her eyes. I had to do a lot of cover up to actually make it look as well as it does now. Okay, Christy. Well, anyways, welcome. There was another lady I've talked to this morning. Her name started with a K, Christine something. It might have been a Christine. I don't know. But anyways, welcome. Welcome. You're very welcome here. And hopefully you get something out of the videos. Feel free to ask questions. Everybody, feel free to ask me any questions at any time, whether it's if you have an order with me, you want to place an order, you have a question on plastic canvas, anything. So anyway, so the pattern, there's black stitches in there that I did, and I did not like how it turned out. I had to do some outline here just to kind of cover it up because I didn't want to redo her. So I'm just trying to say on the pattern, let me get it and I'll show you what I mean. Where is my pattern? Oh my goodness, I don't even know what I did with it. Here it is. Okay, so I will show you real quick. So on the pattern, you'll see there's no black stitches on her eyes. There's no detail on her face at all. And the same with him on the small one. You have to come up with your touch. You have to add your touch to her. So it's just the white eyes. And I had to fix it because it made her eyes look really funny, in my opinion. I didn't like the way it made her eyes. So on the pattern, I fixed her eyes. They look a lot better. Then you can go in with your black. You could use a black DMC floss. If you don't have any thin, fine black yarn, you could just take your regular 4-ply yarn and twist it apart to 2 skein or 2 plies. I do that a lot too, and it works. And then you can stitch in any details. You don't even have to do all the details. I found it a little tricky doing the mouth, as you can see. Thank you, Christy. Get them to make... Oh, yes, Kathleen. Oh, if you do, I'd love to see them. I want to make mine into plant... I want to put little sticks on them so I can make them into plant pokes so I can just stick them wherever I want to, or like in my little Halloween tree. And anyway, so yeah, so you can, outline her mouth however you want. And of course, the one that was a little smaller was even a little harder because you don't see, there's too much black. There's way too much black up here on her eyes. And I don't like it. So I fixed it in the pattern. So I would love to see when you guys do yours, how she looks. Yeah, see, I think she would look better with just the eyelashes and not so much. It's like she's got fake eyelashes on there, I think. And that's what I couldn't do with, but I didn't want to redo her. So she just needs maybe just like this black outline around her eye, and then you can do her eyelashes. I would love to see how that turned out. I may still stitch her up another set. I don't know. I don't know. I still love them. I love them. I'm very happy with them. Hi, Kenneth. Happy Friday. How are you? Okay, people. Oh my gosh, this bin that I've got probably weighs 20 pounds. This is slap full of things I've started. Oh my god, there's so much in here. So I need to go through, pick one, and get started on it. And let me see if I can put this up some to give you guys a little more view. Okay, let's see how this does. Okay, so we're going to go through a few things. And let's see. Now I have my chars with my peekaboo. I have not yet made him yet. That's why I don't have them listed in my Etsy shop. And I think there's this goes to the goes to the Pokemon set. Yeah, I really, really, really need to stitch him up. This goes to my Burger King crown that I made. But I've been wanting, I stuck this in here because I want to make a birthday crown. This is left over from my Christmas lights kit. I wanted to make some to try and sell on my Etsy shop. And I gotta finish my pattern for that. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, there it is. I have a feeling I might do these. This is it's technically a Pokemon, but you know, that's copyright, so it's Peekaboo. It's not a Pikachu, it's a Peekaboo. And then this is Charged, and there's other characters, but I was asked to design these two a while ago. Hi, Betsy! Ooh, it's pouring at Candace's house. Girl, we have got tons of rain the past 2 nights. Thank goodness. But now it's so muggy out. But I'm not complaining. We needed it. And how are you, Betsy? Happy Friday. I am going through my WIP bin, which most of you probably know WIP stands for work in progress. And I'm going to pick a project and get started on it or finish it. So this is my Pokemon set. I really need to finish so I can get the patterns complete in the Etsy shop. At this moment, I'm going to pick this project, but I'm not for sure yet. So I'm just going to stick that aside. This is, I want to make the chicken fries. I have been wanting to make, there's a Halloween, I snagged these from Burger King. There's the ghost pepper. I wanted to make both of these boxes with the chicken fries, you know, as part of my Happy Box meal set. So I want to make these. That's why they're in there. If you guys see a project you really want me to finish and do, put it out there. Let me know. Let me know what you think I should do. Okay? And then I wanted to make Burger King fries. Okay. These are leftover. Now these came from plasticcanvaskits.com. It is her Christmas Christmas ornaments tissue box, and I have a bunch of the shapes. I wanted to make up a bunch of these ornaments to try and sell on my Etsy shop, because a lot of you know one of my goals is to start making crafts. Before I die, I want to sell my handmade stuff at a craft fair. I'm so envious of all you lovely ladies that sell at craft fairs. I want to experience that. So I got things I want to make. Okay, now this, look at all this stuff. So, oh, Betsy says it's pouring here too. It's so cold. Really, it's cold? Where are you at? Good afternoon too to you. Wow, it's like 100 degrees here. So this one I started 2 years ago. And this part here is done. It's Mary. These are gigantic Christmas lights. And it's Mary, M-E-R-R-Y. As you can see, I got this finished. But I'm still working on the pattern for the alphabet and the pattern for this. So all I have to do is complete the pattern for these. So this is a pattern, which you guys could watch me make the pattern if you picked this for me to do. I'm just saying. And then I'll be able to get this out there in the Etsy shop. This is the Jumbo Mary Lights, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Oh, I'm running out of place to put. I got so much stuff. Ohio, and the weather is crazy here. I can't wait to get back to Kentucky. Wow, it's cold where Patricia is at. Oh my goodness. See, we get so, this is just my cutting template for the bulbs. We get so used to our world and our environment. We just think everybody else is the same, and it's not. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. All right, this is an oopsie, one of my butterfly wind chimes. or sun catchers that I designed. The pattern is in my Etsy shop. But the one I made, I had given away to my daughter, so I don't have one. And I have been asked to do a video to show how I did the beads. So this was an oopsie when I was cutting an order, so I thought, okay, I can keep this and use it to create another one. So this would be a butterfly sun catcher project. These I came across, these are napkin holders, and I wanted to design, this is telling me to design some napkin holders for this type of napkin holder, the squares, holiday ones, whatever. I wanted to design some. So this would be napkin holder. Oh, it's just never ending. I don't even know what to do in here. Let's see, leftover half circles. I was gonna make them into rainbows. These I bought from one of you lovelies that would sell them. This is the Chucky pen, and these were going to be giveaways when I designed the Chucky flat, the flat Chucky doll. Which I can't wait. I have to do a Robin and a Catwoman. They are next, but this is also for this project. This is going to be a flat Chucky. And then I was going to use these for like the first 3 people. Then we get a free Chucky pen to go with it. The butterfly. Okay, so we have a request for the butterfly. All right, that is our first request. So, all right. That might be it. What is this? I don't even know. Oh, these are the Santa hats I started doing. I need to write up a pattern for these little Santa hat magnets. It's super cute. I think I was going to try pom-poms. I got some little pom-poms. I was going to create one using little pom-poms to see how they turn out. Make a little pattern. Oh my goodness. So those are just little Santa hat ornaments. I still have not finished my biker rider set. There was a sunglass set. The keychain. And then there is another bigger piece that I have not done yet. That's why I don't have these listed in the... Now, Jasper is my husband's middle name. So I put Jasper on here. I haven't even... This was going to be for him when I finished it. But so my biker rider set, I haven't finished that yet. And Kathleen says, we are in between rain days. Having a cool but sunny day. Have to go outside and get some plants planted. We'll take my phone. Oh, we're going to go with her gardening out with me so I can still be with you. Have to help hubby. Today is our 22nd wedding anniversary. Yay! Happy anniversary, Kathleen. Wow, that is amazing. Ugh, I did my little gardening as soon as the sun peeked out this morning because it's so hot and miserable. Okay, these, I think I do have these listed. 2 little gift card designs that I created. Yeah, I think these might be listed. The Grinch hand and the Grinch. I'm going to have to check. I'm going to take these out because that might actually be a completed one. And then, these are half circles. This hat, because I wanted to make a St. Patrick's Day hat. St. Patrick's Day is the day hubby and I got married. So I'd like to do more St. Patrick's Day patterns. Okay, and then I just have... Oh, and then I had to finish... Oh my goodness. If Myrna is still in here, she'll know what these for. I don't know if Tina come in yet. Tina, are you here? Some of you may know this was a group project we started, and then life happened, and it never got finished. So this one definitely has to get finished. It was going to be a holiday calendar. Where is... See, I made the welcome sign. I'm also going to make a pattern for this welcome sign. I wanted to. And then on here, you can have interchangeable little ornaments to hang. See, like one of you lovelies made these. And then I put them on these beads with a chain so that you can... So when you're hanging on the wall, you can change out the theme. So you could do Halloween and Christmas. And we were all pitching in and doing different months. And then we were going to donate it to, I think it was Myrna's Teaches. And we're going to donate it to her classroom. So Tina turned in hers. And Sandra turned in hers. And then I did that. And I never got to my month. And then April turned in hers. Look, isn't that adorable? So I think we got 3 months. Yeah, so we have 9 more months to complete. Hi, Myrna's still here, so Myrna knows what that's about. So the calendar definitely needs to get finished. So if you want me to work on the calendar, that would be calendar. Then I have some kits that were gifted to me or I bought. This one is a Mary Maxim. I wanted to stitch these up myself. And also sneak the pattern into the Google Pattern Drive. Isn't it adorable? Let It Snow coasters. This is an Oopsie flat cop. I was just going to stitch up to add to my sales. This is an Oopsie Porch Santa I wanted to do. Now this was gifted to me. So this is going to be for myself. This was gifted to me, this Welcome Rooster kit. I absolutely love it and would love to stitch this up for myself. And of course the pattern I would put into the Google Drive. And then this is the Grinch Christmas tree that I designed and have not finished. So I would need to finish that. And somewhere I think I have the shapes already cut. Okay. So many to choose from. You see why I gotta get started on this box. These are, I wanted to design some bookends. There's so much here, I'm working up a sweat. There's little stuff still down there that I'm not even gonna get out yet. This was, I don't know if I was gifted this or if I bought this at the flea market or what. But I was going to maybe, this is a very old pattern, so it can, actually I would like to design my own, use this as a template. Is that, oh, that's a poinsettia. Or, see, the only thing about this kind of pattern, see how it continues through the fold? So it's hard to scan because I can only scan half at a time. So I'd have to scan and then scan the middle and then scan. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with this yet. That's why it's in here. And I can tell by this canvas that it's very old. Matter of fact, look at this. This is what happens to canvas when it's old. I want you to, I'm hoping you can see it do this. So this canvas is no good. This is why I stopped buying canvas from Facebook from anybody else other than Hobby Lobby Brand New, because this has happened to me too many times. And since I sell shapes, I'm not selling used canvas. So just know it's always new canvas you get from me. But watch, it's gonna crack. See it? See how it just cracked? This is what happens when canvas sits in the environment for too long. And this happens to my finished project. This is what's happened to, like, welcome flags I have made and I would hang outside. And then after a few years, they crack. So just be wary of that when you buy canvas from somebody, say on Facebook. So this is out of here. It's no good. It's a shame. But watch. Oh, maybe this one's. Oh, there it goes. See? Look. No good. I'm gonna go throw this in the trash real quick. Alrighty, so that one maybe I will just scan the pattern. Just take that out, and I got some yarn out of it. So much for that. Finished Grinch Christmas tree. I do want to finish that. Okay, so we got the tree and then the butterfly. What did I do with the tree? Now, I do have one. I think you guys have seen it that Dorothy stitched up and sent to me. But that's Henry's tree. Then I got these at the Dollar Tree a while ago. I wanted to make something that these could be used with. But I don't know what. And I don't know what I got down here. I think just some oopsies. What is this? A porch witch oopsie. And here's another Chars oopsie. See, I even got that one. Oh, see, look, that got cut. See, this was another used canvas. Look. This is what happens. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to stick all this back in. These are not going to get done today. Alright, so it's between the Christmas tree and the butterfly. I missed the butterfly. I'm at work. Alright, hold on, canvas. I'll show you. So, I do have this pattern in my Etsy shop. It is the butterfly sun catcher. The pattern has two different designs. It's a monarch and I forget the name of the blue butterfly. So you could do, the one I made was the monarch on one side and the blue on the other side. So you have two pieces and then you sew in your clear little beads in these holes and it makes the most adorable sun catcher. The one I made I gave to my daughter many years ago, so I don't have one to show, so I really need to make another one. And I was cutting some out for an order and this was an oopsie, so I stuck it in here to tell myself I need to make one. So one of these holes is off, so that's why it's in there. So can use for padding walls the older canvas. Hi James, welcome. How are you? Pad walls? You mean like, what kind of walls, Candace? Okay, so this one is not going to get finished today. So, it's between the butterfly and the Christmas tree. And this was my tree. I've designed it. I've just got to stitch it up. I can't post it on Etsy if I don't have a, if I don't take my photos. So, the tree or the butterfly? Which one should I get started on? You guys can pick, because I can't. That's why I have so much stuff in here. Because I can never decide what to do. I'm going to go ahead and put this bin back. And try to. Oh, jeez. There's so much. I knew there was more stuff. You guys should see the bins of shapes that I have. Oh, I have bought from you. Didn't do it though. Oh, the butterfly? You bought the butterfly from me? It's very possible, Candace. Oh, this bin is so heavy. Oh. Woo! Don't fall. Okay. Alright. So, tree or butterfly? Butterfly. Okay. And then the next one. Well, sorry, Kathleen. Patricia got the butterfly in first, just before you. So today we'll start the butterfly. Maybe the next live we'll start the tree. Who knows? But today is going to be the butterfly. Alright. So in order to do this butterfly, I'm going to have to cut out another one. So I'm going to bring this camera back down. There we go. So you guys are a little closer to me. And we're all nice and close together. Alright, let me dig out my pattern for this. Lucky, my knife, my boo, potion bottles, boo, army tank. Alright, let's see what I got here now. This is my cutting template. So if any of you ever see this in my Etsy shop, the one with holes, yes, it costs more. And let me tell you, it's very time consuming cutting out all these holes. It is worth it because that's what makes it so special. But it is very time consuming. So that is my cutting template that I use. And let's see, one of these holes should be off. Something is off. That's why I stuck it in there. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, I had to cut another one. Let's see. I think my pattern is in here. Maybe it's not in here. Where? Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have it printed. Maybe. Like a writer. Where is it? Here it is. See, it says Butterfly Suncatcher. There it is. Alright, so you have the monarch butterfly. Huh. I guess I didn't print out the other one, which I'm going to have to print it out. Let me move some stuff here because my printer is buried at the moment. And I will print out the blue butterfly. There we go. You don't need to. Alright, I'm going to my laptop here. Let's see, this is under animals? Butterfly, wind chime, that is. Alright, let me do the blue. I'm going to print this one. No, show. Okay. Hopefully it prints. Sometimes my printer doesn't want to work. Not today. Yay. Okay. Alright, so let me get... I printed out the smaller version, but that's alright. Now, when you can... The options in the store, you can also get the butterfly without the holes. So the pattern comes with both. So the pattern comes with the holes and without the holes. So you have an option if you cut it yourself, or if you buy the shapes in my store, you have the option to do it if you don't want to do the holes. If you do, whatever. Okay. Yada yada yada. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut out another one. And I recently learned a way to cut it out with a marker without marking up the pattern. I mean the canvas. I completely forgot. Oh, Betsy, well, maybe we can work on it together. Isn't that something? I've been wanting to make one of these for myself again to hang out on my back patio. So I'm glad we got this picked. Alright, so I'm going to cut this out. So forgive me if I don't talk much while I'm cutting. Oh, I remember. It wasn't too long ago. Somebody came into my Etsy shop and bought like 20 of these. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, it took me a good while to cut them out. And they were all with holes. But it just makes me happy to know somebody wanted 20 of them. This is one of my first designs 2 years ago when I started, when I was fresh into designing patterns. Uh-oh. One, two, three, four. So cutting out the butterfly itself is fairly easy, I think. It's the holes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. See how I'm doing. Good so far, good so far. Anybody working on anything special? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'll have to, there's not much of an update on Frankenstein, but I think I have gotten a couple more rows done on him. Tomorrow I won't be available. I have to go to the in-laws. Oh no. I used to take my stitching over there, but they have a small pool and it's hot, so I'm getting in the pool. So no stitching. Maybe when I get home I'll work on some Frankenstein. Because I'm going to keep this right here. I'm going to do during live only. I may also upload these to my Facebook. I'm going to think about that as another series, because I do have people that like to watch the videos on Facebook. I mean YouTube. Geez, I am on Facebook. I meant on YouTube. Okay, butterfly is cut out. Okay, now here comes the lesson. Now, if you wanted to cut this out yourself, I'm going to show you a trick. Let me finish this antenna real quick. I find this is easier to cut out afterwards, like you see me do. There we go. I didn't know that plastic canvas can go bad. Oh, Mirna, I didn't either until I bought some canvas from somebody off of Facebook that was selling like a lot of plastic canvas they got from I don't know where, and a lot of it just crumbled in my hand. And there's nothing. Thankfully, I didn't pay a whole lot of money for it, but it's okay, you know, if it's for yourself and you want to take that risk. If I was just stitching for myself, I'd probably continue to buy off people, because that's not going to happen all the time. But if I'm selling the canvas, I can't have that happen. So I strictly buy brand new canvas for selling. And it's always from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and occasionally Amazon. Okay, this is how I'm going to do this. So when I had that order of like 20 butterflies, I was like, okay, I have to do something to make this easier. So what I did was took a Sharpie. Let me get one. Let's see if I got a black one. Alright, here we go. And what I'm going to do now, each hole is 6 squares, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 rows of 3 on each hole. So what I'm going to do in my Sharpie is I'm going to X in the middle. See the... Let me get something to point at. Let's see. Let's see if I can point with this. Alright, let me get up here so I can show you. Okay, so you see how it's 3 by 3 square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a Sharpie and X this little square inside. Okay, what I'm going to do is this square here. Just like that, see? Now I know I'm going to cut that out 3 by 3. So I know that's the center. 3. So I'm going to cut 3, 3, 3. And see there? And now there's no mark on the canvas. Aha! I was so proud of myself when I figured that out. So I'll do it again. So I'm going to take, sure it's perfectly lined up. And I'm just going to go around the middle hole here. Like that. If you can see it. I know it's not very dark. There we go. Okay. See, you never know what you're going to learn when you watch my live. So there's the little one. So now I know that I'm going to cut out 3 by 3 by 3 completely around this little square I just highlighted. There you go. And there's no mark. So I'm going to continue to do that. So if you do ever buy the pattern from my Etsy shop and you want to cut it out yourself, that is an easy way for you to cut out the holes without marking up your... Now, of course, you can use something and trace out the entire hole if you don't care about the Sharpie. If you're stitching it up for yourself, or you can get a dry erase, that's perfectly fine too. But since I'm selling the canvas, I don't want to send it to somebody with a bunch of Sharpie marks on it. So I taught myself how to do this. So I'm going to go through and mark all the squares. I'm going to do this butterfly the same as the other one. I'm going to do the monarch on one side. And I think it's called, what is the blue one? It's the blue Morphodidius butterfly on the other side. And that way when it spins around, you have 2 different butterflies. I absolutely love it. And then I took some like bottle caps and soda can tabs and little whatnots that usually get thrown away, and I made little hangers on it. So it was kind of like a little wind chime sun catcher. So I'm going to do that again. And actually, I should make one of these for my mother-in-law for her patio. Now that's a tough decision. Because I want one for myself, but she would absolutely love one as well. I made her one of those plastic canvas spinners. And although it's all faded and all that, she still hangs it up. She's got it hung up on her patio. She wanted me to make her more, and I just get so busy. I forget to do stuff for myself. Did you get distracted again, Candace? I know the feeling, trust me. I am so easily distracted. Like, I just got distracted from the chickens out there. My son walked in the door a few minutes ago. That just distracted me. My hubby about 20 minutes ago, and he distracted me. I'm so easily distracted. So when I cut the 20 butterflies out, because I did this, I think I only had one oopsie, and that was just because my scissors slipped when I was cutting. I used to have all kinds of oopsies when I was cutting these because of the squares. Silly me would sit there and count them and cut, count and cut. Not anymore. I think I have a video on my Etsy listing. I don't know if I put it up, of another lady when I first made this. She bought one, made it, hung it up on her front porch, and took a video of it and sent it to me. It was so cute. Kathleen is still here. Yay! Can use for padding walls, the older canvas. Oh. Did you get the card? No, Patricia, I have not gotten a card in the mail from you. If I buy the cutout, does it come with the pattern? You can get just the cutout, or you can get the cutout in the pattern, or you can get just the pattern. You always have the option, because everybody has different needs. So you can get the cutout with holes, without holes. You can get the pattern. You can get both. You can get all three. You can get whatever your heart desires. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut around each one of my marks. I have found also it's easy to stick with one direction cut. I'm going to show you. This is how I did the other one. So instead of cutting, turning, cutting, turning, cutting, turning, I'm going to go through and cut them all one direction. Because you got to keep in mind, sometimes I have to mass cut. So time is everything to me when it comes to cutting. I'm trying not to smudge my Sharpie. Some of it's still not completely dry. So that's why I'm holding it a little funny at the moment. And be forewarned, if you cut a lot of these, see the scissors? Where the scissors rest on my thumb right here? Yeah. When I use these only. Yeah, when I had... It took me, I think, a week to cut out 20 of these because I couldn't... Not because it was so... Well, I just couldn't cut them all in one day because of my hand. It would start to hurt, unfortunately. So I just took my time, and I would cut a couple every day and then move on to other orders. I cut out all the butterflies at once. It was just this part. The little scissors I sent doesn't work for cutting the holes. Oh. No, they're kind of a little too little. I mean, they do, but I have used this pair for so long. I know how they work. Okay, so I cut them all that direction. I'm going to turn it and cut them all this way. I use those little scissors for stitching. I have them in a basket next to my recliner. I actually use them for the crochet project. I'm crocheting a swinging hammock for Henry now. And I have those scissors by my chair. They are my crochet scissors. See how fast this is going? So the only way I will have an oopsie is just if my scissors slip, which occasionally it does happen. And then the butterfly ends up in an oopsie, which usually ends up on an auction, which, don't forget, I will be ending the auctions after this live, so you still have time to sneak in a bid if there's something up for auction you really want. Alright, so now let's turn this way. To you ladies that are new, every Monday, just about every Monday, I put up some pre-cut plastic canvas shapes on auction. I try to do 10. Sometimes they're oopsies, sometimes they have patterns. They're just all random. And all auctions start at 99 cents. And then if you're interested in buying it, you just place your bid. So you could jump on there and you would put it for $1. And then just go on up on the bids until Friday, and then they end on Friday. It all depends what I'm doing that Friday. Sometimes I have to end them early. Sometimes they don't get ended until midnight. Yeah, and whoever had the highest bid at the moment that I end the auction wins the auction. And then I contact you and make your payment, and I ship you your shapes. Shipping is always one flat price with me. It is $6 no matter how much you order. You could order 50 pounds of cut shapes and it's going to be $6. That's when you order large item, when you order a large amount of canvas, it costs a lot more to ship, but that is my discount I give you for placing a large order, is by not increasing your shipping. So it's $6 flat if you order 1 or if you order 100. And let me tell you, shipping is getting insane, just like everything else. Most of the time it costs more than $6, even small orders. If I don't hold these, when I cut them, they're going to fly all over the place. Watch, I'm going to cut it. Ping! See, they start flying everywhere. So keep that in mind. If you cut this yourself, they will fly everywhere. I have to, I should take a picture sometime on how bad my floor gets underneath my desk here, with little cuttings of plastic canvas all over. And then they get spread all over. There's always little plastic canvas nubs on my floor somewhere. I'm going to try to stand up. I think it might be easier to do this standing up. Yeah. Alright, we're about halfway there. I know this is the boring part. And this actually does stitch up pretty quick, especially when you get the one with the holes, because of the holes. That's taken away of a lot of stitches you don't need to do. But you do have to whip stitch all the holes together. At least I did. Of course, you don't have to. You're going to stitch yours up however you want. We're halfway there. You find pieces everywhere too, Betsy. What are you going to do? Alright, I'm going to try to do this side a bit faster since you guys got a hint on what I'm doing now. So I want to get this all cut out and at least get some stitching done on it for this live. I'm going to see this butterfly through to the end, and you guys are going to follow me. Whoa, I almost slipped my scissors on that one. I don't want to make an oopsie. I don't want to make an oopsie. Sometimes these little details are definitely worth it. Just like with my Sammy there. Taking the time to do all those little details made it worth it. I can't wait to see how some of you guys get yours stitched up. That is so difficult to say. Can't wait to see how you stitch yours up. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, I think I did like 3 of these a day when I had that large order. Ooh, thought I slipped. I cannot find this exact pair of scissors. I have looked, and when I think I did find one, and it was like they were out, unavailable. There are similar ones, but this exact pair, no bueno. I like it because they're very, very sharp, and that's in the pointy. That's, yeah, makes a huge difference. My father-in-law, when he was cutting, he was helping me cut. He was using his X-Acto knife. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not. No, that's too time-consuming for me. Alright, we're halfway done with this side. We're halfway done with the half. Between that, a little, and oh yes, little pieces of yarn. I don't have as much, because I actually cut more, but I bet I actually end up with yarn on the floor because of Henry. Our last cat, Minnie, she loved yarn, to play with the yarn. Alright, I'm about sick of cutting these little squares, I can tell you that. This is the worst part of this design. I've got an itch. Just do it. Just don't think about it. Just don't think about how annoying it is. And do it. Just think of the beauty I am creating with these annoying little cuts. You know what? I just thought of something. I've got to get the little beads. I have it written in the pattern, the exact size beads. So I'll have to look at that, and I may have to make an Amazon order. Oh no, don't tell my husband. Shh, we can't tell him. But yes, I do have to order the beads for this. I think he heard me. He's in the kitchen. I just tell him it's a tax write-off. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, keep finding some that I... Anyways, it would have taken longer if I cut out each individual hole at a time, because I'd have to keep turning the butterfly around and turning the butterfly around, turning the butterfly around. So trust me, it gets very old doing that. So almost there. Three left. Oh no. Now it's 3 left. 2 left. Last one. We did it! We did it! Christy, hold on one second and I will put a link in the comments there. We did it! Yay! I gotta sit down. Where'd my other one go? There it is. Alright. Now we are cooking. I will put the link, but I'll just let you know. Oops. It'd help if I spelt it right. My Etsy shop is called UndoKarma. And my YouTube is also UndoKarma. And this Facebook page would have been UndoKarma as well, but I created another group called UndoKarma for my gardening / food / Save the Animals group. And that one I did first, long before I started doing this. So I couldn't create... That's how I ended up with two names, UndoKarma and Cut My Canvas. So on Facebook, it's Cut My Canvas. Yeah. But, oh look, I missed a hole right there. On Etsy, it is UndoKarma. I do like Cut My Canvas, but I had a mission when I first started with UndoKarma. There we go. Now, let's make sure there are no... Because you have to have both of them. Look, see, there's another hole I missed. Yep, right there. You definitely got to have them both the same. Just when you think you're finished. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, let me know if you see any not lining up. Alright, this looks like we are good. You are welcome, Christy. If you have any questions or problems, don't hesitate to message me. You can message me on Facebook, message me on Etsy, or here on my lives. Comment on my post, whatever. Alright, now I did not print out the entire pattern. So I'm going to pull it up on my laptop. See what size beads. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Some animals. Alright. I have the exact size. Come on, load, load, load. Alright, so they're 8 mm beads. You need 64 8mm, I guess it is, clear beads. So I'm going to order those on on Amazon after this live. And what I can do is I'll also make a post on my Facebook page of the beads that I am going to order for this, in case you want to know what beads to use. You can get the same beads, or it'll give you an idea of what to look for. And because they fit perfectly inside the hole, because after I sewed the two together, I'm going to take a sewing thread, like a white sewing thread, regular, and sew each bead in after. I think it was after. It's been so long. I wrote down how I did it. You know what I need to do? I'm gonna print this out real quick. Let's just do that. Borderless printing was changed from on because of a conflict with another. Oh gosh. Alright, let's try it this way. I'm trying to print this out. I always have issues with a printer. I've gone through so many printers. This is a fairly new printer. I think it's my internet. Okay, let's try this one. Come on, print. Yes. Take this off now. Put those away. It's been a while, so I have to read up on my stuff. And again, this is like one of my first patterns, so it's... Alright, so we cut out both shapes, stitch both sides according to the graph for the sun catcher butterfly, overcast the holes. I stitched them together, and I overcast all the holes together. These two butterflies were designed to be able to whip stitch. That's right, I designed them. So you whip stitch the two pieces wrong sides facing together in black. So because you're going to have the blue butterfly on one side, and then you're going to have the monarch on the other side, but the way I designed the pattern was so that, see how this has black? So when you whip stitch them, or what is it called when you do the outside? Overcast. What is it called when you do the outside? Is it the overcast stitching? Anyways, when you do the outside edges in black, it works for both sides, the same as the holes. Okay, what else do I have here? This was like 2 years ago I made this, and I haven't read this since forever. Okay, pay careful attention when whip stitching the antennas together. If you pull the needle through too hard, you may tear the canvas, because that was a lesson learned. So, yes, when stitching the two antennas together, you have to be careful because they rip. Okay, if you pull the needle, it may tear. I found it best to just take your time, giving sure. Okay, if making the sun catcher, continue with my basic steps on how I attach the beads. Of course, that consists of another page. Where did I add that? Where's my basics instruction? Oh, there is another page. Alright, let me stick this in the printer. I'll print it on the back side of this. That way I have a copy anyways. It's been so long. Alright, we're gonna get this. I need to find somewhere to put all this stuff. It keeps getting in my way. These are other orders I'm working on. Oh no, come on, print. We don't need the template anymore. Alright, who's still with me? Who's still hanging out? Watching me figure out my own pattern. Then we gotta pick the colors. Alright, here's the second page. Alright, cut out the two butterflies, stitch both according for the sun catcher. Overcast stitch. I even put the stitches in there. So that's the one I read. It's the same thing. Both sides are exactly the same. If making the sun catcher, continue with my basic steps on how I attached the beads. If making the sun catcher, continue with my basic steps. Is there like a serious error in my pattern that nobody told me about? Why am I not... Oh, okay. I'm going to bring my laptop over here. Okay, I'm not printing all this out. Yeah, I'm not printing all this out. It's best to... If you order the printed pattern from me, you're going to get the basic stitching pattern, and I can also send you the PDF because the PDF will have way more detail. So let me show you. Okay, I can't put the camera down anymore. And I can't. All right. Oopsie. All right, can you see? Okay, so this is the PDF pattern. Christy's here, Patricia's here, awesome. Christy is invested. Okay, so this is the PDF pattern. All right, so this was what I was printing out. I got all that, and I got all that. So if you go down, this is one that I printed out for the monarch. All right, and here starts the sewing of the beads. And I took actual pictures when I was sewing them in. So see, now it's coming back to me. Yes, now I remember how I did it. So that you don't see the thread, and I thread it through, and I just kept going. Okay, so let me lift this up. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here. There we go. So see there how I would shove the needle through to the next hole, and then that would suck that bead into that hole like that. Okay, and there it is. So one side, and you can see all the beads fit nice and snug in each one of the holes. They just fit in there. And then the other side is the blue. Okay, so you do not sew. All right, I see what I did. I see how to do it. I needed a refresher. And there's, see, I hung little bottle caps, some beads, and soda can tabs, and made it into a little wind chime as well. And there it is in all its glory. And that's what we're going to make together. I'm going to do another one of these. So let me put this back, and then I have to get some yarn. Alright, I needed that refresher. Where is... Okay, so I'm not going to get all the colors of yarn because some of it's back in my bedroom. But what I'm going to do is I do have some black here. Get that. Alright. Got some black. Alright, I'm going to just get started on it, and then I will end today's live, but we will have a start on it. So I think I'll just go ahead and start on the monarch, because black on both sides. I'm so excited. I can't wait. No, I can't wait to get it finished. I'm going to have to tell my husband to start saving their bottle caps. Okay, I'm trying to find my little needle. It's one of my good sewing needles for when I'm sewing here at the desk. I do have a needle minder. I love this needle minder. So the needle minder itself book was, I think it was it Beverly? Beverly made them. And when I was doing lives a while ago, I ordered 20. I bought 20 of them from her and sent them to the regular ladies. This one I designed myself. This is a pin that was my mother's. This is a brooch that was my mother's. Oh, I think this is the scissors. Patricia, are you still here? I think these are the scissors you sent me. Anyways, and you have little pockets, and it holds your needles. I've been wanting to make a pattern for one of these. Yeah, I just thought I'd share. You can buy wind chime tubes on Amazon. Oh, Betsy. Kathleen still has. You know what? I'm going to do that, Betsy. When I get the beads. Wouldn't that be great? Some bells would work. Isn't that an awesome feeling to get so excited about what you're wearing? Yes, it is. That's why I love crafting. I swear, I think everybody in the world needs a hobby and something that they can do. They create. I don't know. It's just such a great feeling. What's not a great feeling is when you have a mess like this and you can't find the end. Oh, I found it. I don't get to stitch as much as I'd like to. If I had it my way, I would just stitch every day, all day long, but I can't afford to. But I can't complain. I get to do a job that I love to do. Hang out with you. Oh my goodness. All right. Deal with that later. Ah, yeah, Christy. I had these. I was holding on to these pieces of my mom for the longest time. I don't really wear them like that. Yeah, and I just seen them after I got this, and I thought, you know what? I wonder. I think I hot glued them on there too, so they're on there. They're not coming off. I love that. Yeah, because she's the one that taught me how to do this. I wouldn't be doing this right now if it was not for my mom. I wish she was here. She would be thrilled to join me on these lives. Okay, Patricia, so that's what, I wasn't sure. I have another little pair by my chair. So yes, these are the scissors that Patricia gifted me. They fit perfectly. And I just hot glued it. And yeah, I love them. So I always have a little pair of scissors if I need right there. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start on this black. Okay, and then there's little white dots on here. I don't know if you can see in here, little white dots. I'm so happy that the butterfly got picked. I really am. I want to do the tree too. I want to do everything in there, but I really have been wanting to make one of these. So let's get started. Here we go. I think I cut my yarn a little too long. Wow. It's like a mile long. It even has a knot in it, so it's already knotted. Goodness gracious. Bells would be neat. They would. What else could you do that would make a little sound? I like the wind chime. I am going to look at the wind chimes when I sign on to Amazon. Because I have to get the beads. So if I order them now, they'll be here for the next live, so we can at least look at them and say, oh, look at how this is going to look. But I'm not going to work on this off camera. This is going to get done completely with you lovelies. Ah, thank you, Kathleen. She definitely would be proud. If she only knew back then when I was about 10, when she was teaching me the craft, how... I mean, she also taught me how to crochet, do cross stitch. She tried to teach me how to knit, but for some reason I could not grasp the knitting. But she did try. So yeah, she had no idea that I would turn it into a job. Alright, I do 3. I don't normally cut my yarn this long, but I was not paying attention. Which story of my life? Because I'm talking too much. I am so excited to get this finished. And I can't decide. Wait till you see when they're finished. I can't decide which one I like better. I remember when I made the first one, the Monarch or the blue one, because they were both so pretty. And I tried very, very hard to get them look as close to their natural, what they really look like when I designed them. So, yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, this would definitely make a nice gift, especially for somebody that has a porch or a patio or like a sunroom or even a greenhouse. Or they just love the butterflies. The only thing is the weather will ruin it faster outside. So I've debated about trying to do like a clear coat spray. Has anybody ever put anything on their canvas to protect it outside in the weather? We might be experimenting with that as well on this butterfly project. I have not done it, but I have wanted to try it to see how it works. Because I already know the canvas will crumble within just a couple of years if it's left outside. It has for me. I've made several little welcome flags to put out by my front door, and within a couple years they started to crack. I cut this yarn way too long. This is not Red Heart yarn. Hairspray? Hairspray. Well, that's interesting, Patricia. I would have never thought of hairspray. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. I don't have hairspray, but I can get hairspray, and that would probably be... I don't know. Is hairspray cheap these days? I haven't bought hairspray since school days, I believe. Like, do they still sell like Aquanet hairspray? Do they still make Aquanet hairspray? I know some of you ladies have to know what I'm talking about on the Aquanet. Oh, I think it's about time for a nap. I might not be able to finish this whole strand. You get yours at the dollar store. So they do still make it. Is it the Aquanet, or do you get a different brand, Patricia? What time is it? Oh my goodness. It's almost 1:30. Why, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Okay, I gotta really pay attention to the design here. I can't see with my glasses on. I think I'm right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I knew it. I gotta do one more. Different brand. Okay. So I take it you've done that before, Patricia. Have you sprayed your projects with hairspray before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. Yes, so far it has worked over a year ago. Oh, that is good to know. I think maybe we'll try that then, Patricia. Hairspray. Huh. You learn something new every day. Okay, I am not going to be able to finish this yarn. I will have to end this live here in a minute, ladies. My nap time is calling me. I call it my second sleep because I normally only sleep a couple hours at a time. Thanks to menopause. Gotta love the menopause us women have to deal with. Oh, yeah. Pillow is calling my name. Okay, ladies, I'm done. We got a good start on our project. I will order the beads and I will look for wind chimes and then I will make a post. Oh, I have to end auctions. I'm going to give you guys some time on the auctions. Excuse me. And I'm going to end them later today because my recliner is calling me. I have been up since a little after 3 a.m. I am done. But thank you everyone who joined me. I will make a post as soon as I can go live again. I will have to do a... Oh, I don't have my Frankenstein up here. Oh, darn it. What did I do with them? I'm just going to show you the small little progress I made. I did make some progress on him. Oh, he's up there. Anyways. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my whip bin. This goes back into my pattern drawer with this. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Kathleen and Patricia, Christy, Betsy, and where is she? Myrna. I think that's all that's here. Candace? I don't know if Candace is still. Anyways, thank you all you ladies. I'll let you know when I'm going live again to keep working on this. It'll be one day next week. I'm also going to have to... Oh, Mondays. Don't forget, Mondays I go live for auctions, to work on auctions, and maybe I'll do a Frankenstein update. Awesome, Christy. Awesome. Maybe the next live I'll cut your order out for you. So definitely live Monday. I try to go around 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. I'm in Florida, Central Florida. So Monday, that is my goal. And then we will do a little auctions. I can do an update on Frankenstein, and then I'll let you know which day later in the week I can do live to work on the Suncatcher. Okay? So thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't do these lives without you guys. Because then I'd just be sitting here talking to myself, and, well, you know, that's boring. So have a happy weekend. Happy stitching. And see you Monday. Toodaloo. Hi, James. Bye, James.